Hey guys, JDB Gaming here, and it's been a long wait for me in order to say this, but welcome finally to Season 2 of the Crystal Palace Career Mode. It's been a little bit of a while since, my last episode. It's sorry, personally, I'm a uni student, so I've had some exams, so I only just had the chance to start recording and editing videos and stuff, so that's why there's been a bit of a delay. Getting back to obviously the career mode series, we finished 5th last season, so we've got Europa League football, so we've got that to look forward to. Regarding right now, we have obviously a pre-season tournament. I'm not going to show you the game, I'm just going to sort of show you, what I'll do is I'll simulate sort of like the 20th, or sort of skip the this episode to the 20th, show you everything that's gone on there, transfer targets and everything, players I'm going to sell, players I'm going to buy. Speaking of players I'm going to buy, I've got a long list of players I'm looking at, definitely going to try and bring in some players. I'm thinking of basically changing up my whole sort of subs, so obviously I got Dermot in from obviously a pre-contract expiry along with Contreras, but I'm still looking to bring in another keeper for Guaita. Regarding players I might let go, McCarthy, he's about 31. If an offer comes in, I'll let him go. Ridewald and Chiarte don't really I think they can go as well, and I'm going to look to replace both of them. So I'm going to look to bring in like maybe 3 or 2 at least brand new midfielders. That's what I'd like to do. Obviously I bought more in January, but he's come out and said that he hasn't been played enough, so he wants to leave as well. So I'll see what happens on that front. Otherwise, other players I'm looking to sell. Obviously I've got some youngsters down here that I'm looking to loan out. So Kirby's one, probably McGregor. Some youngsters I've got through from my youth academy, Murphy and Berglund, looking to get them out on loan. But 2 players I'm actually looking to get involved in this series quite heavily now is Cook, who is a 17-year-old centre-back mid centre mid, so he'll fit in nicely in my midfield 3. And like I said, 1767 is not bad, and also Axelson, who's 17 and 64. And I think those two, I'd really like to get them involved more in this career mode, so I'm going to definitely try and get those two. Otherwise, the main player basically I'm selling is Benteke. I don't need him, don't want him, so bye-bye to him. Other than that, I don't think there's anything else I really need to cover. I think just to mention, basically, our first game is an away game against Man City. We will be doing that game in this episode, and also the Brighton game. And then I think we'll probably leave it as there. So then we've got the window to finish off on the next episode, and then the Everton game, and then more tough games, and also the Europa League football starts, which will be exciting. Don't think we've got to do any qualification for it. I mean, if we do, hopefully we'll win it, but I think we should get straight into the group stages, so I can't wait to find out who we get. Otherwise, you know what, I'm just going to sort of leave it here, go ahead, see what offers come in, see if I can get some deals done, and then after the pre-season tournament's done and everything, I'll sort of give you a brief recap of what's happened. And yes, I'll see you on the other side, guys. One last thing I thought I'd just show you, actually, just before I skip a bit, is my objectives and my transfer budget. So I've already done one thing, which is sign a youth player, which is youth development. So I brought another player up. It's actually the keeper right at the bottom called Murphy. That I showed you. So that's that one done. Brand exposure, I can't do anything about that because that's about season ticket holders, so I can't do anything about it. And then obviously club worth, increase it. That's out of my control. So really, the only things I can do are domestic success, which is finishing a Europa League spot, which I can do. I can happily do that again. If we did last season, we can do it again this season. And then reach the round of 16 in the FA Cup. Well, we did quite bad in the FA Cup last season, so hopefully we'll try and have a longer cup run there. The thing that's baffled me the most, though, is the continental success. They want us to reach the final of the Europa League. We've just gotten in to potentially just the group stages. They now want us to to reach the final. I mean, come on, a realistic goal would be to reach the knockout stages. That would be realistic, but I mean, it's low, so I won't exactly get fired if I don't do it, but I just think it's a bit insane. And then obviously the transfer budget, just under 100 million, which is not too shabby, and a wage budget of 120. I might have to adjust that, because obviously if I want to sign a lot of these players, I need to give them some wages. So, but then again, if I sell players, it'll free up some, so should counter each other. Right, I think that's everything I want to cover now. So, like I said, I will see you after the pre-season tournament. Everything's done. So now you join me with the pre-season having been done. As you can see, we only made this to semi-finals. Unfortunately, we lost that game 2-0. I did play these games. And obviously I haven't recorded them, won't do highlights because obviously it's only the pre-season tournament, doesn't really mean much. We won off our group stage games 2-1, 3-1, and then we trashed a 6-0, so it was good games there. And then obviously, unfortunately, I don't know what happened in that game, we just lost 2-0. So pre-season tournament didn't really come to anything, but signing wise, I have made a couple of signings. I will inform you of those now. Let me just go to my transfer history. So regarding players coming in, I've made 3 signings. 2 midfielders, Adam Lallana from Liverpool. I know he's 31, but you know he's still really good. He's 80 overall, 5-star, weak foot, 4-star skills. I thought he'd be a great midfielder, great addition to the squad, and obviously he's got, you know, European experience as well. And then 8 Benacer from Monaco. You know, neither of these players really cost me a lot. And then Ajax as well. I've got Andre Onana for 15.2 million. I thought that was a bit of a bargain. That was his release clause. I thought, why not? I mean, he's only worth 12 million, but as you can see, 3 million more than that is not bad at all. And then regarding the player I've only sold 1 player so far, and that's Jonathan Williams to Independiente in Argentina, so I don't have to worry about seeing him again this season anyway. Regarding the rest of the window, obviously we don't have a lot going on until the Man City game there, so what I'm going to do is I'm probably just going to simulate the rest of the season, not the season, this window, until we get to the City game, and then before I play it I'll inform you of any transfers, any more players I've bought in, because I'm looking to bring some more in, and any players I hopefully sell. I've got some on the list. I've got Papasuare, Jack Kuarte, I think that's how you say his first name, but yeah, Kuarte, and then Benteke as well. So those are the 3 that I've got on the transfer list that I want to get off my books now. Otherwise, yeah, I'll just simulate the rest and I'll see you before the City game. So here we are, we have simulated through and we are now at the Manchester City game. There has been quite a few transfers. I mean, literally, the day after I simulated, a big transfer came in, and I have sold quite a few players, even though you're probably thinking, why have I done that? So without further ado, I'm just going to show you who I've sold. The main one being I've sold Vincent Guaita to Southampton. And also Andros Townsend, I sold him to Borussia Mönchengladbach. You're probably thinking, why on earth have I done that? Townsend was really good for me out wide on the right. I have my reasoning. Basically, with Guaita being sold, I thought I needed a proper new backup. So I bought Neil Etheridge. I know he's 29, but I bought him from Cardiff. He's proven himself in the Premier League this season, and I thought he'd be a good player just as a backup keeper. So he's going to be backup basically. The replacement for Townsend is Harry Wilson for the long run. He is 71 rated now, but I'm going to get him training, and I'm sure he's going to be a lot better soon. And no, he's a really exciting prospect in real life. Obviously, I've started my career mode back in like September time, so his overall's down. He's obviously been upgraded. He's now 74 now, so he's a lot better. But I reckon he's going to do us a great job out on that right wing. I know he's left mid, but his second position is right wing, so I think he'd be really decent. And like I said, Guaita's gone to Southampton. I also I loaned in Pietro Pellegrini for 2 years actually, so he'll be a good sort of spare striker, I guess, because obviously I've got Joseph Martinez, my undisputed number 1, up front, and then I got in Joseph Dermich as well to be his backup, and then Pietro Pellegrini will just be on that front, sort of when we need a player on the subs, you know, because we've got, you know, lots of games, because obviously we're in the Europa League, so he's going to be tired legs, so yeah, he'll feature in that sense. Benteke finally sold in the end. Sold 4 players, loaned 1 out, but I bought a load in. This game against Man City, I was contemplating actually not starting Martinez, but I think because it's Man City, it's the first game of the season. I know he wasn't around for pre-season because he was doing the South American Cup. I've got to play him, so he's starting. I think that's probably the 11 I'm going to go with. So the only real 2 changes to my starting 11 from last season are Onana in goal and Antonio on the right wing. So without any ado, I'm going to get into the game now. I won't show you up any of the lineups. We're at the Etihad, obviously Man City's home ground. It's going to be a tough game. I'm going to go in the white kit, and yeah, I will see you guys on the other side in the game. So here we are. So last time we played Man City, we lost 2-1, and then Kuarte actually scored a header from a corner. Obviously he's no longer in the team. I'm actually looking to get rid of him. I just don't feel like he's a player from this team, to be honest. And this is good play from City already. Through to De Bruyne, and they've scored! I haven't even touched the ball yet! Oh my god. I mean, I don't know what my defending was here, but I just couldn't get a foot in. And then as soon as I knew I pulled away with Sacco, it was just going to go in the back of the net. Onana stood no chance. Not a great start for him on his debut, and not a great start for this season too. To Foden, to De Bruyne. He's tried to... Oh my god, he's actually won the free kick. I'm in trouble here. I am in trouble. I reckon De Bruyne is going to put this in the back of the net. No, he hasn't. Oh, I thought as soon as it beat the wall, it was going in. That must have been close. Look at that again. I think I did the jump too early. Oh wow, it didn't have the curve. Down the line to Zaha, lovely running behind there. He always gives me those runs in behind. And he's done brilliantly to get past Stones. Through for Derrida. And the shot's not good enough. Threads that ball through. Gabriel Jesus edge of the box now. Over to Sane. Cuts him brilliantly. And they nearly make it 2-0. Oh, City are playing very well. Milivojevic over to Van Aanholt. Can we get that through for Zaha? We can do. Oh, Claudio Bravo's out of his box. There's the header, and there's 1-0. Claudio Bravo preferred over Ederson, and he's done an absolute howler then. Why has he come out that far out of his box? I don't know. Zaha got to it, crossed it into Maya, and a free header in the box. Well, not free header, but an open goal for him to put the ball in the back of the net, and we're back in this game. There, that was his mistake. He needed to get the ball then. He hadn't. And I mean, the City defending to get back and try and prevent it was awful. Actually, you know, I said it wasn't a free header. Well, it turns out it really, really was. That is the end of the first half, so we go in 1-0. It's been an actual close game, although City have had the better chances. We got very fortunate with our goal, but I don't care. We're back in the game, 1-0. Lovely cutout from Milivojevic. Zaha. Martinez, great play here. Antonio's through. Keep going, Antonio. You're through, gonna have the shots. Why not? Oh, it's a powerful one. Too close to Bravo. Oh, but he can't get the full up header. But Milivojevic just cuts out. He's been brilliant since I've been telling him to sort of be more defensive, sit in front of the back four. And that's a good ball in behind for Zaha. On your left foot. Oh, what a save. I actually was almost thinking it could have been a penalty the way Danilo came sliding in. Antonio can just shield it. In the middle to Milivojevic. Come on, make a run in behind now. Martinez. Nope, you didn't. Zaha's there though, he's nicked it from Danilo, has the shot on your left foot, oh, and he's hit the post, but Martinez follows up and there's the goal. 2-1. I mean, that is very, very fortunate. So with just under 10 minutes left to play, I'm going to do 2 subs, going to change up in midfield, need fresh legs, so 8 Benacer comes on for Maya, and just Schlupp out on the left back just to try and control Sterling, because obviously he's just come on over on that right wing. Sane, being chased down by Martinez, great work rate from him, and he's just got it back now. Keep going with it, Martinez, why not? Play that through for Antonio. Lovely play. Oh, and there's a goal! I mean, that was purely accidental. I actually don't know who's got it. It's Youssouphaine Benacer on his debut. He's literally just come on and he's gotten the goal. I mean, the cross actually from Antonio is what made the goal. He whipped in so hard. I was looking for someone to peel off, but no one did. Bodies were literally thrown at it here. I mean, it takes a deflection off Benacer, and then Zaha was there trying to nick it as well. It's gone in, 3-1. That is surely the 3 points now. Sacco over to Schlupp. Can we get a fourth now and really embarrass City? That's a good ball in. That's a great ball play from Schlupp over far side. I did see Antonio. The cross wasn't good enough though. Lallana's there though. Gets away from his man. Has the shot. We do make it 4-1, and Lallana's gotten a goal on his debut. And that's the end of the game. We've completely embarrassed Manchester City. The game that they were gonna be predicted to win in the league. Well, I'm sure if they carry on playing like that, they will not. Last season we couldn't beat them at third ground. We've done it this year, and it was an emphatic victory. What a start to season 2, a 4-1 win against Manchester City. We now have our second game of the episode. It's probably also going to be the last one. I just want to do 2 games because obviously I don't want the episode to be too long. So I'm going to not talk too much about that. The only reason I'm talking is because I have made one last signing for this episode anyway. I don't know if I'm going to make any when I end the transfer window, but anyway, I've made one more. I will show you who it is. I have signed... I'm just going to do it into the team. Normally I go into the sort of squad transfers. I have signed Emil Smith-Rowe from Arsenal on a 1-year loan. I thought he'd be a good player. As you can see, left wing, right wing, so he can play on either side. And like I said, he's sort of like why I've loaned in Pellegrini, sort of one of those players, a youngster who, you know, could do well when he comes in. Like if my players are tired in between Europa League games or the Carabao Cup or the FA Cup, that sort of thing. Regarding changes to my team, I have not made a single change. Obviously, we've beaten Man City 4-1. Why would I make any changes? I'm not going to. Same team on the subs as well. I've sort of, like I said, you know, the game against Man City 4-1, we could do a lot better defensively. Our second half performance was a lot better than our first half. If we could play like that, I'm sure we'll definitely beat this Brighton side. Is that through? Maya there, lovely. Through for Martinez. Surely he's got the legs on dunk here. Surely he does, yes, but it's too tight an angle to have a shot. Get over to Zaha. He's beating his man to it. And it's 1-0. Very lucky here, to be fair. I think Matt Ryan maybe should have stuck a hand out to try and save that, or at least Montoya should have tried to clear it. Maya over to Derrida, great play. Derrida through behind for Martinez. That's a brilliant ball, and that is a wonderful goal. I mean, the run in behind, the run from Martinez in behind was immense, but the ball to get it to him was even better. I saw the run here from Martinez. I must have timed it perfectly, but what a ball to split it between the two centre-backs. And then, of course, as soon as we knew, Martinez was 1-on-1, it was going to be 2-0. There's the space. Antonio, there's the end of the first half, so we go in 2-0. It's been a brilliant performance from us. Brighton haven't had a lot to do. We've been brilliant in defensive-wise. I don't think there's anything else to say. It's just been a good, solid performance. There's Kiedo being pulled back there. Proper. Maya, lovely great interception from him. Zaha plays a first-time ball in behind for Martinez. Look at his little legs go. This is going to be 3-0. Oh my god, as soon as I saw Martinez make the run, I just played the ball in behind for him, and it's gone and made it 3-0. I mean, that ball from Zaha was brilliant. When Brighton give you that much space to run in behind, I'm going to do it with Martinez. He's got the legs to do it, and then he's also got the finishing to punish you. I mean, that's a brilliant outside of the foot shot, 3-1. Milivojevic over to Zaha, cut inside. And again, keep going Zaha, why not? On your left foot, cross goal. Oh, good save from Ryan. I think that's his first save of the day as well. Really, all the shots we've been having have, been going in back of the net. Milivojevic over to Maya. Antonio, round Bernardo. Oh no, I've taken out Knockout. He's on a yellow card. I think he's about to go, yeah, he's off. Oh no, down to 10 men. Cross comes in. Zaha gets the header away. And we can potentially get, catch Brighton on the counter here. Lana plays the ball in behind for Martinez. He's through now. He's got the legs, although I think the player near him might get him. No, he doesn't. Martinez completes the hat-trick, and we've embarrassed Brighton now 4-0. And it's another ball in behind for Martinez. It's one of those things, FIFA. If you've got a quick striker, you're going to get lots of goals. In the first half of Season 1, I didn't have a quick striker, hence why there was a lack of goals. Obviously, all our goals came from Zaha. We bought in Martinez, and he's just, he scores for fun. Lovely from Wan-Bissaka, just picked up the ball then. In the middle now to Milivojevic, going to catch him on the counter again. No, we've been stopped in our tracks. That's the end of the game. So another game, another 4 goals. No goal conceded this time. I said we were going to get the clean sheet. That's 8 goals in 2 games so far. We've been incredible. Hat-trick for Martinez. Just great day all round. And there we have it, guys. So I've played the 2 games like I said I would. I'm going to stop the episode here just because I want to make sure it's not too long. So next episode we're going to finish the window off, play the Everton game, probably the Arsenal, probably might get Carabao Cup match thrown in there, probably a Europa League as well. It's going to be a longer season because more games, but I'm not complaining. We'll also find out who we have in the group stage for the Europa League, which I can't wait for. And I think, yeah, that's about it. No more transfers for us so far. Obviously, I told you about Smith Rowe. He's the latest addition to the squad. My team is doing superbly well. As you can see, we sit at the top of the summit of the Premier League with 6 points, obviously, and a goal difference of 7 already. I think we're going to take a lot of stopping this year. It's looking very good. And I was going to say Chelsea are in the bottom, but they've only played 1 game, so I can't really say that. And plus, we've only played 2. It's a long way to go from here. So, yeah, that's it from me, guys. Until next time, have a good one. See ya.